Today we're going to prepare the spicy Chile de Arbol salsa. To get started with this recipe, we're going to heat up 4 to 6 cups of water over medium-high heat. And while the water is heating up, we're going to remove the husk from 8 to 10 tomatillos. As you remove the husk, you're going to notice that the tomatillos have a sticky residue to them. Once we're done peeling the tomatillos, we're going to rinse them under warm water. You can also use cold water, but I find that rinsing them under warm water does a much better job at removing the residue. Now we're going to add in the tomatillos to the hot water and we're going to boil for about 5 minutes over medium heat. Meanwhile, we're going to clean our peppers. I'm going to use 2 Chile Negros. Remove the stem and squeeze out as much of the seeds as possible. You can also substitute it for 1 Chile Pasilla. I'm also going to use about 1 ounce of Chiles de Arbol. We're going to give them a good rinse and we're going to spread them out so they can completely dry before we take them over to the stove. You can also pat them dry using a clean paper towel. Our tomatillos have been boiling for about 5 minutes. At this point, they're not completely done. But in order for them not to break open, we're going to turn off the burner and we're going to cover for about 15 minutes. This is going to allow the tomatillos to continue to cook in the hot water, and it will also avoid them from breaking during the process. In a medium pan, we're going to heat up about 1/3 cup of olive oil, or your preferred cooking oil. Once it's nice and hot, we're going to add in the peppers and about 6 large garlic cloves. I like to use a lot of garlic in my salsa, but you don't have to add as much garlic as I do. We're going to lightly fry the peppers for about 1 to 2 minutes with frequent movement. During the process, you want to make sure you move them around frequently so they don't burn. You don't want your peppers to burn, otherwise your sauce is going to have a bitter taste. Once they're lightly fragrant and the Chile Negro is nice and pliable, we're going to turn off the burner, but we're going to keep moving the peppers until they completely cool down. You can also add 1 cup of water to help them cool down a little bit faster. And now back to the tomatillos. As you can see, they have completely changed color. They all have that pale green color that we're looking for. Drain out the water and set them aside while we blend the peppers first. Transfer the peppers to the blender along with the garlic and the 1 cup of water that we added to the pan. When making this salsa, I also like to add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. The vinegar is completely optional, but since I make so much salsa, the vinegar helps to conserve the salsa a little bit longer. And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I like to start out with a teaspoon, and if we need more, we can always add more at the end. Blend the peppers and the garlic until it has a nice smooth consistency. I like to blend the peppers first because they do take a little bit longer to blend than the tomatillos. Once it has a nice smooth texture like this, we're going to add in the tomatillos. Blend on medium speed until it reaches the consistency that you prefer. Once I add in the tomatillos, I personally like to give it a few good pulses. Doing it this way is going to give you a thicker salsa, and it's going to taste more like if you prepared it in the molcajete. Once your salsa is done and it has the consistency that you prefer, give it a taste and add more salt if needed. And now it's ready to enjoy with your favorite dishes. This salsa goes especially great on tacos, your breakfast eggs, or any other dish that you want to add a little bit of spice to. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it useful. Make sure to come back for more easy to follow recipes. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can receive a notification each time we upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.